styling your application can be very daunting. They don't have to be. With so many resources out there now, like Bootstrap, Grid, Flexbox, and now container queries, there's endless possibilities to make websites exactly how you want them. While having all this information is great, it's important that you make sure to put this into practice by writing code and not just watching someone else write code. Container queries are made as an alternative to media queries, but they're commonly used together since they complement each other. Container queries allow you to style a section of your application based on the dimensions of its parent container, while media query styles are applied based on the viewport size. Container queries have been a requested feature for about 20 years now by developers, and it's just now getting implemented. The CSS team was asked why, and they stated that it was impossible, it couldn't be done. This was until Miriam, Suzanne, and David Huron had proved them otherwise. For more information on this, I will link down below an article from both of them that goes more in depth. Now to tie everything together, I'm going to show you an example and you can follow along. So here's my real world example I made, product catalog. So pretty much we have these cards, and these cards respond to the container. So here we have grid auto fit. This is our container, and this is the CSS for it. So we display a grid. There's a gap of 1 rem. Grid template columns pretty much tells the grid that we want our columns to repeat, automatically fit when these requirements are met. We put a min max. The minimum is 30 characters and it allows to grow to 100%. And that is, the max is set to 1 FR. And if you want more information on this, I have a whole video explaining grid. But not for this video, we're going to focus on the container aspect. So here you have a shorthand. I would always use this over doing 2 separate lines of code. So you hear this is shorthand for the name of the container and then the type of the container. So for this example here, we have grid auto fit. It's the name, set it the same name as the class. Inline size. The only other type you can have is size, but 99.9% of the time you're going to use inline size. Because inline size refers to the width, whereas size refers to the height and the width, which introduces a lot of problems later on. To eliminate all those problems, you just stick with inline size. We got the styling for our card here. And here's the last important piece. Pretty much our first child, a card, which has the image in it and is our future product. We set the container in here. And similar to how you have this, I'll show you, media. Instead of that, you just put container. And then you put the container name. Instead of doing width is greater than, or referring to it by the width, you put inline size. That's something that comes with container. You can refer to inline size, but if you do width, it's also exact same thing. Doesn't really matter. But then you can put calc, which is only inside a container, which calculates the values and returns it so that it's able to compare it to width. So the calc, they can do at 60 characters plus the 1 row gap we have from earlier. Now each grid column span 2. And so we want to display another grid inside of our grid to create a subgrid. And this one will be 2, 1 FR. So this will be 2 columns inside of our grid. So we have 2 grids inside of 1. As a quick summary, this card starts out showing 1 at a time. Then as it gets bigger and it finally hits that 30 character minimum, it says, okay, now we can fit 2 cards on display, matching in correlation to the width of the container. And now it's saying, now we can fit 3, and it's making space so the feature's there. Okay, we can put 1 more there. Then we can have 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, 3 here. Make it bigger. Now you can do 3 at the top. It's 4 because we got this. This is essentially 2 cards, which is why these match up. So you do that, and another one, you go 4. Thank you for watching. First time watching, make sure you sub. I will be creating more videos of this style. If you have any feedback, please let me know. Thank you.